Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at noon.
New at noon, the Bemidji Police Department is warning the public about a high-risk sex offender that will be released from prison into the community. Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Abby Furchner. Michael Warren Smith will be released into Bemidji on July 15th. Smith has a history of sexual contact and conduct with children. He is listed as a level 3 offender. Smith is required under Minnesota state law to register with the law enforcement. High-risk offenders are the most likely to reoffend. Authorities say 3 young children who went missing under suspicious circumstances earlier this week in Tennessee were found safe in northern Minnesota. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation announced this morning that 6-year-old Annalee Essex, 2-year-old Abigail Christian, and 1-year-old Mikhail Christian were located in Cass County. Their non-custodial parents, Amanda Essex and Mikhail Darrell Christian, were taken into custody. The children went missing Tuesday from Maury County, Tennessee. An endangered child alert was issued. It's now 12:02 and taking a live look outside right now. The sun is shining in a beautiful blue sky, especially after a rough start to the week. Let's check in with meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli to see how the rest of the weekend is looking.
And thank you, Abby, and good afternoon, everybody. Temperatures around the region starting to get warm out there. We are seeing current temperatures into the upper 70s and lower 80s across the southern half of our viewing area. A little cooler further north with low to mid 70s across the Devil's Lake Basin, the Northern Valley, and northwestern Minnesota. Now, we are warming up because of the sun, but the wind in most places has flipped around to more of a northerly direction. Temperatures will be held down a little because of the northerly winds. We're going to have winds 10 to 20 miles per hour going through the afternoon. Current satellite loop shows that we only have a few passing clouds, especially from Fargo down toward Ellendale. Everybody else seeing complete sunshine. The active weather has moved well off to the south and off to the east of our viewing area. Some severe storms now into portions of southern Minnesota, but we are clear through the afternoon. Temperatures across the region getting into the low, possibly mid-80s for today with that wind from the north around 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now, we will warm up as we go through the weekend, and every once in a while we could have a shower or thunderstorm in the summer heat. We'll have the full details on how hot it's going to get. That's coming up later in the newscast.
All right, Justin, thank you. It's now time for a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police say 32-year-old Miranda Morey is wanted for unauthorized use of personal ID. Her picture is up on your screen right now. Call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Murray. North Dakota Senator Kevin Cramer introduced legislation to rename the Sullys Hill Game Preserve to White Horse Hill, its traditional North Dakota name. The hill is just south of Devil's Lake. Senators Cramer and John Hoeven, the chairman of the Senate Committee on Indian Affairs, announced this today. According to the release, the preserve was named after General Alfred Sully, who gained notoriety for committing several massacres of Native Americans, including the Dakota Territory. Representative Kelly Armstrong introduced an identical bill in the U House of Representatives. Singer R. Kelly is back in custody, this time facing federal sex crime charges. He was indicted earlier in the day by 2 federal courts, the Northern District of Illinois, based in Chicago, and the Eastern District of New York, based in Brooklyn. The 13-count indictment accuses Kelly of charges related to child pornography, enticement of a minor, and obstruction of justice. Jerica Duncan has been covering the allegations of abuse by R. Kelly, which he strongly denies.
For the second time this year, R&B singer R. Kelly was arrested in Chicago on sex crime charges. Federal agents took the 3-time Grammy winner into custody. Sources say it happened while he was walking his dog in front of his Trump Tower apartment Thursday night.
You have to be prepared for more charges, even if you're innocent.
Kelly's crisis manager, Daryl Johnson, says the singer's team was expecting federal charges, and they are ready to fight them.
It has a lot of fans, a lot of people praying for him, and they're wishing him the best. And, you know, the best outcome is for him to be out. And that's what we all hope.
Kelly had already been charged with a number of sex-related crimes this year.
The new indictment alleges additional counts.
Just 6 weeks ago, he pleaded not guilty to 11 of those charges in Chicago, 4 of which carry up to 30 years in prison each, if convicted. In an explosive interview with Gayle King in March, Kelly insisted he has done nothing wrong and denied allegations he abused women.
Well, how stupid would it be for R. Kelly, with all I've been through in my way past, to hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50, you said. How stupid would I be to do that? Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
The singer has denied allegations of sexual misconduct for decades and was acquitted on state child pornography charges in 2008.
The 52-year-old Grammy winner, whose real name is Robert Kelly, was arrested in February on 10 counts in Illinois involving 4 women, 3 of whom were minors when the alleged abuse occurred. He pleaded not guilty to those charges and was released on bail. After days of political pressure, U.S. Labor Secretary Alex Acosta is stepping down. Acosta has been under fire for the way he handled a sex crime case against wealthy businessman Jeffrey Epstein more than a decade ago, when he was U.S. Attorney for Southern Florida. Acosta made the announcement to reporters this morning while standing next to President Trump outside the White House.
It would be selfish for me to stay in this position and continue talking about a case that's 12 years old rather than about the amazing economy we have right now. And so I submitted my resignation to the president effective 7 days from today.
Deputy Labor Secretary Patrick Pizzella will lead the department on an acting basis. In our consumer alert, making guacamole is about to get more expensive. Avocado prices are up, meaning you'll have to shell out more green for the popular green fruit. In the first week of July, wholesale prices of avocados from Mexico were 129% higher than this time last year. And that cost is getting passed on to customers. According to the report from the Department of Agriculture, the average national price of an avocado was $2.10. That's almost double the same time last year.